welcome back everybody. It's another episode, I guess another video here on Cody Collects. Today we're going to be seeing Spider-Man Brand New Day. I saw this movie the other day, but today we're going to be meeting my brother and my mom at the movie theater to see it in a much better viewing experience. Gotta admit, the first time I saw it, it's at a place called Smitty's, right? And they have like food and stuff, right? Which is cool and all, but that means that people are going to be walking in front of your screen the entire movie, and that was not fun. Also, the theater was packed with like kids. What can you do, right? A bunch of kids making a bunch of noise. They want to get up all the time. The kid in front of me had to go to the bathroom like 6 times. That's why I don't have children. But anyways, today we're going to be seeing Brand New Day and a much better viewing experience. It's called an Apple Cinema. I don't think it's the IMAX one. Is this movie even out in IMAX? I'm not even sure. But I'm excited, man, to see this movie again. I feel like the first time I couldn't really get immersed into the movie, right? Because of all the shenanigans going on around me. Before we go, though, I need some supplies. You guys know, Toby my goat. But this movie had a great, depiction of Spider-Man from Tom Holland. This was the first movie where I could kind of see Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Like, he became Spider-Man in front of my eyes, and I thought that was really cool to see. Whereas maybe Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, I could buy it a lot sooner into their, tenure into the Spider-Man franchise, right? But Tom Holland, it's taken me this long to kind of work up to him and fully buy him being Peter Parker Spider-Man. With that being said, man, let's hit the theater. I'm excited to see it with my brother and my mom. Let's go see Spider-Man Brand New Day. Can't believe I almost forgot this guy, dude. Gotta take him with me. This is the little Spider-Man guy that I used to bring with me when I was a kid. I used to bring this guy with me all the time. I remember my mom used to have these overalls that she'd put me in. I'd put him right in the middle pocket, dude. So gotta take this Spidey as well as Toby my goat. And then I wanted to mention this too, right? I got the Steam Deck. I'm very fortunate enough to have the OLED Steam Deck. This thing rips. It's so sick. Lately, I've been playing, it's not dead, my bad. But yeah, so I've been playing the Spider-Man Remastered here on the Steam Deck, dude. Very fun. It kind of rips. I got it at, I don't know, about 40 frames per second swinging through the city. This is like on medium settings or whatever. So not running the best, but it's fun to have it in handheld mode. And I was thinking about bringing this to the theater, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to get there kind of right when the movie starts, around then. But yeah, let's go see Spider-Man Brand New Day. All right, so as you guys can see, I got some Dunkin' Donuts at the Walmart, at the Wally World. And I want to talk about very briefly my thoughts going into the second viewing of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Because obviously I saw it on Thursday, had to see it near opening night, like as soon as I could. Didn't want to get this movie spoiled for me. So this is interesting, right? I'm going into this the second time doing a vlog or whatever. Usually I'd be filming on the first time, but I wanted to talk about very briefly the things that I'm expecting or the things that I'm going to be paying attention to a little bit more closely as I go into the movie for the second time. I think that I want to see if the emotional beats hit as hard. There were 3 points in particular, my first viewing, that I was crying, dude. I was crying right in the middle of the theater. The beginning, near the beginning, almost near the middle, and at the very, very end. So I want to see if those hit just as hard. I'm assuming they do. And I also want to pay attention to the fight scenes, okay? So like on the first viewing, I mean, I gotta say, this has to be like some of the best action sequences in the MCU. So that's what I want to pay attention to more on the second viewing. And then I just gotta, pay attention to my feelings coming out of the theater, because like gut check first time viewing, I want to say this is like a top 3 MCU movie. Maybe top 2. You're really just competing in my mind with the Winter Soldier, and that's perfect for a lot of different ways, but man, did they not, like, a swing and no misses, if you catch my drift, right? So this movie, I can't think of any other ways I would have improved it. So yeah, I cannot wait to go into the second viewing and just pay attention. Like, I don't have to worry about, oh, is this going to be a good movie or is it not? I already love the movie, so now I can just sort of sit back and enjoy it. And like I was saying earlier, or maybe I didn't, I forget, but the first viewing, not that immersive, dude. I kept having to, dodge people as they're walking in front of me, or people bringing food, people walking in front of me to go to the bathroom. Going to see the movies at Smitty's, it's not a very good first viewing experience, but just so close to my apartment that I can't really beat it. It's like 4 minutes down the road. So yeah, with that being said, I'm excited for this Spider-Man Brand New Day. on a nice big screen. I don't think it's IMAX. I don't even know if this movie had IMAX. It's what my mom was saying when she was trying to look up tickets. But yeah, I'm just excited to see it in a setting where people won't be distracting me. Hopefully I can get more immersed into the movie. But yeah, very excited. Let's go see it. We gotta find a, yeah, we gotta find like a, we gotta find a poke. Squad car. Oh. Just got out of the theater, of course, saw it with my brother, and we saw it with my mom. They loved the movie, dude. We had a ton of fun seeing Spider-Man Brand New Day. My second time there, first time, and it was a lot better in this regular theater experience. I gotta get into it like a little bit. Not in this video, at some other point, but man, Smitty's is like the worst way to see a movie. The lights are on like halfway, people walking in front of you, all that stuff. This movie, this viewing experience was a lot better. It allowed me to focus, kind of get more immersed into the Spider-Man movie. All the kind of issues that I had my first viewing with pacing, and not like a ton of pacing issues, really just that moment where after he fights the Hulk, up until where you get that emotional beat with Jean, where he shares that memory of Aunt May with Jean, and they kind of realize like, hey, you don't have to go it alone, like we can be friends, like you're not alone in this world. That moment there, like that kind of in-between space, I really felt like they could have cut some minutes out or like kind of pushed to it a little faster. But this viewing experience like kind of set all that aside. Like you need those moments with Jean, with her sister, in order to have the full circle moment where she realizes that she's not alone and Peter kind of helps her through it, gets her through it to the other side. That moment, you know, with Jean and her sister, that's important for the backstory. And then also you got these moments with Ned, you got these moments with MJ, like getting back to basics and becoming friends again. Like that's all important for Peter's development to kind of get him to the very end of the movie where he realizes that he isn't alone. So all those moments were important, and it kind of, I realized it better the second time. The first time I just got maybe it was just the viewing experience and I was just kind of like, you know, getting a little agitated, people walking in front of me, it's like that kind of vibe. But I gotta say, way better the second time. And the emotional beats, I would say they even hit even more the second time. Maybe the music, I was allowed to kind of, like I said, get more immersed into the movie. So these emotional beats, they hit me even harder. A couple more moments had me choking up versus the first time that I saw it. So I think that they really balanced the humor in this movie, especially seeing it in a, you know, theater full of people, seeing it with my brother next to me, my mom. They were laughing at the points that the movie wanted them to laugh, right? So I would say that this movie just worked a lot better the second time, and I loved it coming out of it the first time. I just gotta recommend everybody don't see it at Smitty's, I guess is what I would say. And then also I just want to say, this director, what's his name, Daniel Destin Cretton or whatever his name is, keep this guy on speed dial, Kevin Feige, for real, because now I think he's 3 for 3 for MCU projects. You gotta keep this guy around. He really just gets the assignment. Those kind of low-level, like street tier projects he can just really excel at, right? Because he kind of keeps it at that street level, brings it up just slightly for like the climax, right? But it's nothing that Spider-Man can't handle. It's nothing that these street level heroes can't handle. So I think that kind of playing in that space, that's to Daniel Destin Cretton's strength. So I think that keeping him around, keep him doing the MCU stuff, but keep him at that street level and a little bit above, and I think that we could be cooking, dude. This guy really just gets the assignment. And I think that everybody in this movie, just across the board, understood the assignment in terms of, hey, we can't just overshadow Tom Holland. He's being Spider-Man. Let's kind of get out of his way. I thought that, you know, Sadie Sink, she really killed it. All her moments were great. The emotional beats behind, you know, with her. I thought that Zendaya, of course, she always kills it. But this in particular, you know, she kind of, you know, she played MJ a little bit differently. Like, we don't know MJ like we knew her, obviously, in the past movies. So we got a little bit of a different take to MJ, slightly. Ned always kills it too. The Punisher is probably the character that we're gonna see, you know, the most of in this movie, right? But I don't think that they overused the Punisher either. I feel like they really used everybody the exact right amount to help complement Peter and help complement his journey, his emotional journey through this movie. So listen, I thought that they handled everything very well. There isn't any like plot hole things I could point out. I mean, I guess the one thing is just like at the very end, you always have the hero taking off their mask. I'm just curious about Peter taking off his mask in the middle of the damage control, the Department of Damage Control like site, you know what I mean? Like before he finishes fighting the ninjas, he takes his mask off. That's a little strange to me, but whatever. Maybe you could say that they're still at that point under the influence of Jean Grey, so they can't remember it. But I gotta imagine that there's cameras and stuff. But anyways, that's like the only hang up that I came away from the movie with. But all the pacing issues I had, I think that they were kind of set aside the second viewing. I think that everybody killed it in the acting department. The music is so sick. And then I guess the last thing I would say, man, is just that this is the most Spider-Man a movie has felt. Whether or not it's the best Spider-Man movie, right? I would say gut check right now. I mean, it's got to be like top 2. Like I'm only putting maybe Spider-Man 2. Tobey might go up there. This might be slightly better, man. But all that's to say is like swinging around the city, like the quips, like the Peter Parker feeling of it, right? Like it just feels like a Spider-Man movie more so than any other MCU Spider-Man movie for sure. Getting away from like the Tony Stark of it all. Like let's just let Spider-Man be Spider-Man. And this is where I fully saw Spider-Man come into his own. He doesn't need the Stark tech. He doesn't need, you know, as much as I love Tobey and much as I love Andrew, right? He doesn't need them to kind of, you know, hold him up as, as crutches, I guess, is the what other way to put it. This was Tom Holland fully being Spider-Man and just owning this movie for the first time, dude. So I loved it. Maybe I'll even see it a third time. But let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments if you had a chance to see it.